1 for 4 in the game prior to this with an RBI double, 2 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch. She's first pitch swinging there and chops it over to third. They'll go to shortway, the Lions, to get Powell out at second. So she's retired, 1 out. Kowalewski at first with the fielder's choice. And it is Maya Perez's turn as she takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Maya also with a double and a hit by pitch, as well as a strikeout and a walk in the first game of the day. Big swing and a miss there at the pitch, high out of the zone. 1-2. Odell ahead in the count against a really good hitter in Maya Perez. And Perez swings, reaches for it, chops it over to second, and they get her at first as Kowalewski moves on down to second. So Perez able to move up the runner. Talon Edwards takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Low 2-0. Same spot, 3-0. There's a strike, finds the zone. Odell, 3-1. That one is high for ball 4. So Edwards heads on down to first base. Michaela Wark steps into the box. Runners at first and second, 2 outs for Wark. Hitless in the game earlier today. She did reach with a walk. Big swing there from Wark. The 0-1 is slapped foul. That one misses inside, 1-2. Low and inside, 2-2. So Wark works her way back into the count here. Early opportunity for the Aggies to get going, and Wark, big swing and a miss there to leave 2 on, and Lindsay Odell works herself into and out of trouble. We're scoreless heading to the second. All right, so we will see at least 3 more Lions getting a shot here at the plate against their first-ranked opponent that they are meeting of the season. The Aggies looking to bounce back after they got roughed up by a really good Cornhuskers team. Face some really good pitching. The outfielders there ready. After what's been a long day, a long weekend so far, these girls just one game after another. A lot being asked of these players to come out and play game after game, but it is what the preseason is about, getting that experience both in conference and out, seeing where you shake up as Lessentine settles in for inning number 2 of work. The first pitch there is a strike to Taylor Walker. One and one the count to Walker. Swing and a miss there on a ball that had a whole lot of movement. Running out and off the plate. Chopped foul. Taylor Walker, a freshman out of Chino, California. We talked about it, the youth on this Lions team. Yes, there are a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. Off to a hot 12-1 start. One-two is chopped up the middle, and a nice play there to get Walker as she races down to first, and not quick enough. So it's Justine Lambert at the plate. Lambert, a .371 hitter, takes ball 1. We're seeing a lot of these Lions swinging at things early. Showing a bunt there, and that's a strike. Swinging early, that is their approach. They are a contact team. You'll notice the size difference, too, between some of the girls on A&M and the girls on LMU. Different conference, different league, different levels of play. Both here, though, at the Mary Nutter, the count 1-2 to Justine Lambert. The 1-2 is chopped on the ground and unable to make the play at third. So that's what happens when you put the ball in play. Anything can happen, and a little miscue there, a misplay of the ball, and very rare do we see that out of Kennedy Powell. Plays a stellar third base. There's a lot of people playing new positions on this Aggies team this year, but she is the only one who is returning to her position there at third. So Sakura Harvell now in the box. She's a junior from Sacramento, California. This is her 3rd season at LMU. Her sophomore year, she hit .304, 25 ribbies. The 1-1 shows bunt, pops it up, just gets all the way under it and out of play. And the 1-2 just off the outside part of the plate, 2-2. One on, one out. Analia Loomis is on deck. And a big swing there from Harvell, and she goes down swinging. Another strikeout early in this game for Sydney Lessentine. The Lions know they got to capitalize on the base runners when they get them. So it'll now be up to Analia Loomis to see if she is able to move Justine Lambert any further past first base. Oh, one well off the plate, 1-1, and oh, Justine Lambert trying to advance to second on her own. Doesn't want to leave it up to her teammates, but she gets caught stealing. Nice throw there to nail her out at second for the final out of this inning. Still scoreless here in the desert. We are still scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. Texas A&M Aggies, the 13th ranked team in the country, meeting up with the Loyola Marymount University Lions in the nightcap here on day 3 of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. It is KK Dement who sends it over to shortstop, and did she beat that throw? She did. She takes her spot there at first. I'm not quite sure if the throw was off or if she just booked it down the line, KK, but either way, regardless, she is standing at first with a lead-off single. And right away there, Dee Dee Baldwin shows bunt, but it's off her body, so foul ball. You saw Dee Dee Baldwin come in and pinch hit for the final at-bat of the inning for A&M in the first game, coming in for Maddie Sawney, getting the start here in game 2 of this doubleheader, and Dement's going to advance to second. I'm just trying to sort some situation out there happening out of the sight of our camera. So Dement at second. tried to steal earlier in this tournament, got caught. The bunt popped up. So an unsuccessful bunt attempt for D.D. Baldwin. Unable to move Dement from second to third, and it will be up to Paisley Allen, who we also didn't see in the first game. She swings at the first pitch she sees, fouls it off. Paisley Allen, a 200 hitter. Limited at-bats, not an everyday starter. 15 at-bats, 3 hits in those 15 ABs. Swings again, fouls it off again. She's playing in left field tonight. And the 0-2, just high. 1-2. And that one misses on the other part of the zone. I think a little bit inside or a little bit low. Lindsay Odell wanted that spot. She's so good at hitting her spots. Such good accuracy there. And this one is chopped to short and breaks through the gap. Out of the infield, into the outfield, and Paisley Allen is on base with the ground ball single. KK stays put there at second base, unable to advance because of course, where that ball was hit. Some teammates talking to Lindsay Odell there. She is this team's ace, so dominant in her 4th year at LMU. In her junior year, 41 appearances, 22 starts, 2 complete games, 1 save as well. Threw 129 and a third inning last year with a 5.52 ERA. Batters hitting .342 against her in her junior campaign. Now she's kicking off her senior campaign, making her way through the preseason. Already a few weeks in the preseason, it goes fast. Just like that, conference play will be here, and this one is hit hard, but hit right at first, and that's going to be out number 2, Frankie Vrazel. Grounds it out to first, and Kennedy Powell steps back into the box for her second at-bat of this game. Got an infield single to leave things off in the first. First pitch she sees here, she fouls off. That one totally loses control there. Odell flies it back to the net. And KK Dement is able to come around and score from third on the passed ball. Potentially a wild pitch. Probably a wild pitch. And so the Aggies take a 1-0 lead as Powell sends one high but foul. And that one is hit hard into the gap in the outfield and brings in a run, and Kennedy Powell is churning, and she is in there with a triple. So an RBI triple for the leadoff hitter Kennedy Powell. Good to get her going. She means so much to this team. When she leads, this team leads. That is the first triple of the year for Powell. Only her third extra base hit, 21 hits, a double and a home run, and now she has a triple to complete the XBH trifecta. Strike one to Kowalewski. Reached on a fielder's choice. Her first time up. And that one hits Kowalewski, catches her, I think, on the upper part of the arm there. And so now runners at the corner. That's actually Kowalewski's second time getting hit by a pitch today. It happened to her in the first inning of the first game as well. So runners at the corners for Maya Perez. Looking to do some damage. Such a big presence there at the plate. First pitch strike to Perez. You see Odell trying to hit her spots. And she's not missing by much. Hardly missing. Gets her to chase that one. 1-2 now on Perez. And the 1-2 gets her to chase it again. Leaves another two runners stranded, this time at first and third. And Maya Perez goes down swinging to end the inning.
There's no good way to transition to the food. Great.
Gorgeous shot of the moon here in the desert. One of the best parts about the desert is those crystal clear skies where you could do some fabulous stargazing. Real quick, I want to tell you about this. From grassroots to gold, USA Softball is where dreams begin. Skills are sharpened and futures are built. Visit usasoftball.com to learn how to get involved in the future of softball. Are you a top 12U or 14U player? If so, check out the www.usasoftball.com website. All American game tryout dates are up there on that site. That is Analia Loomis, who finds grass there, reaches well out of the zone, goes down and gets it, pops it up, and it lands in the right place. So Analia Loomis is on to lead things off here in the third inning. And that brings Christina Jones to the plate. Here are teammates doing a nice little cheer for her. Christina Jones, a senior from Folsom, California, shows bunt there, lays it down, and Lissentine quick to receive it, quick to recover, quick to send it over to first for out number 1. So it is Maya Allen's turn to face Sydney Lissentine here in this game. 1 out, 1 on. Loomis moves over to second on that play. The first pitch, she swings at it, fouls it off down the third base line. Allen, a freshman from Riverside, California. She is 5 feet tall, but she's got a big bat and she's got speed. Batting .400 on the year. Batting 1,000 in stolen bases, 4 for 4. Takes one there for strike 2. And she swings at one way high and out of the zone and goes down looking for out number 2. A lot of these Lions are chasing what Sydney Lissentine is putting out there. They are facing a different level of pitching than they are used to. So Avery Francis back to the top of the order. She takes strike 1. Redshirt senior, one of the big upperclassmen on this team from Pleasanton, California. Leads the team with a .487 average, 19 hits. She has had a hit in every single game this season. All of them singles. We talked about the contact approach for this team. All of those singles, no extra base hits. What this Lion team has done to win games is kind of small ball, right? Get on base, advance, pass the baton, do your job, move the runner. Francis slaps at that one, sends it in the air, and it is going to be caught for out number 3. Texas A&M is up on LMU 2-0. Back here for the bottom of the third inning, the Aggies coming back up to the plate. It'll be Talon Edwards, Michaela Wark, KK Dement. Looking to build on a 2-0 lead, looking to bounce back after a loss earlier. None of the bats could get going against some good Cornhuskers pitching. So it feels like a really short break because these Lions bats unable to really do much against some good Aggies pitching here in this nightcap we've got tonight. Lindsay Odell, so much success in her career. This year alone, 6-0 in her 8 appearances, 2 starts, 2 complete games, including a shutout. Losing a bit of control there. We see that one go over the head of Edwards. That's like the 4th or the 5th pitch we've seen fly out of Odell's hands and just never come down to the zone. That one looked like it had some screw on it. Coming into today, she had pitched 32 2/3, only allowed 2 runs. Already here today has given up 2 earned. And that one is cracked right up the middle and through all the way to center. Talon Edwards on for the 2nd time this game with a leadoff single. Wark sends one right back to Loomis at short and quickly fields it and sends it over to Walker. Turned a nice 6-4-3 double play there. And first pitch swinging is KK Dement, and she gets nailed out at first. So the leadoff threat neutralized there with a double play and a real quick ground out. And just like that, Lindsay Odell works herself out of a bit of a situation. It is 2-0 Aggies. As we head to the 4th inning, this game is flying by. That is what good pitching will do, and we've got good pitching on both sides as the Aggies outfield convenes before they break. And then the infielders do the same from the circle as we get set for inning number 4 here in Cathedral City. Izzy Jamgachian leading things off here for the Lions. She swings at the first pitch she sees. Bonet is a proud partner with Mary Nutter. Be sure to check out bonet.net for product pricing and create your perfect training system. One's high, 1-1. So we talked about all the contact hitting and the small ball approach of this Lions team. Izzy Jamgachian the exception to that rule as she watches strike number 2 cross the plate there. Jamgachian is the rare power hitter on this team. A 1.101 OPS this season, 2 home runs, 13 ribbies. It's her 4th year here at LMU. Sends this one high in the air to second base. And Edwards is under it to make the catch for out number 1. So that brings Sydney Poole up to the plate. She struck out her first time, facing Lesentine. Redshirt senior Sydney Poole from San Jose, California. 5th season here at LMU. Enters today with a 6-game hit streak on the line, 5 multi-hit games so far this season. The last 4 games, 10 hits. That was entering today. That does not include game 1. And she swings and chases at a pitch high out of the zone for strike number 3. We have seen so many Lions do that, swinging at that high heat. And Sydney Lesentine, just like that, racking up the Ks. Already has 5 of them here. And this one is chopped by Taylor Walker, and no one over there. Powell not able to make a play on it. So Taylor Walker is on with the single. Justine Lambert swings at the first pitch she sees. Walker tries her second but has to go back. Foul ball. Lambert slaps that one to third, and Powell is all over that one. Goes the short way to get Walker at second. Neutralizing yet another base runner that these Lions able to get. Not able to get any of them to cross the plate. It is 2-0 Texas A&M. Seven, 8, 9 due up here for the Lions in the bottom of the 4th inning, looking to get on the board here and Cathedral City, California, as we are gathered in the desert for the Marymount Collegiate Classic. Softball on softball on softball all weekend long, 4 straight days of back-to-back games. Quick little meeting on the circle, make sure Odell's okay there. Let me tell you that DeMarini has new and unreleased bats now available. Be sure to check them out at your nearest dealer. Well, while we have a little break in the action here, I do want to talk about the head coach of this Lions team, as Didi Baldwin fouls one off for strike 2. Taraya Flowers, in her 6th season with the Lions, has a 22-31 record, 7-8 in the WCC, the West Coast Conference, as Baldwin sends one high and back. Taraya Flowers is going to be the head coach of the Portland Cascade. That is one of the teams in the Athletics Unlimited Softball League, the AUSL. They will be playing the Cascade in Hillsboro, Oregon. The season begins June 9th. So once this season with the Lions wraps up, she's going to stay busy this summer. We talked about USA Softball earlier. Flowers also a former Olympian, a gold medalist at that. She won gold with Team USA in the 04 games in Athens. Also won silver in the 08 games in Beijing. An Olympic softball star. Also the assistant coach for Team USA in Tokyo. Got a pretty impressive resume that Mrs. Flowers is building up here as Baldwin fouls another one back. Count stays full at 3-2. So fun to see how the game is growing, the league is growing, always been super competitive at the NCAA level. It's so balanced nationwide now, so much equity, so much parity in the NCAA. But to have a future where these collegiate athletes know that they can potentially continue playing their game after their college careers are over means a lot. To know there's life after college in terms of softball. This is a battle here. Between Odell and Didi Baldwin. Fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. She is fighting for this one, Baldwin. And the payoff again fouled off, this time down the first base stands. And the payoff pitch, that one is in the dirt for ball 4. So after all that, Didi Baldwin gets the best of that matchup and leads things off here with a walk after a lengthy fight. Didi Baldwin, a sophomore from New Braunfels, Texas. She didn't go to New Braunfels High School. That's too bad because they are the Unicorns, and that is the best mascot ever. She went to Canyon High School, where she was named District Offensive Player of the Year. Freshman year, Didi played in 22 games, got 8 starts behind the dish. And now Paisley Allen shows bunt, and Didi tried for second. Has to go back to first. I believe it didn't leave the box. That one way back, way under that bunt. Another sophomore, Paisley Allen from Louisville, Texas. That's a suburb of Houston. A lot of Houston area players on this team. Allen sends this one. I believe that is the shortstop there. I believe that was Loomis who made that catch for out number 1. And so Vrazel grounds out for out number 2 as Baldwin advances to second on the play, and Kennedy Powell back up in the box. And she swings at the first pitch she sees and sends it deep. Oh my goodness, but right at the wall is Avery Francis to make the third and final out of the inning, limit any more damage, and this is still a 2-0 ball game. Well, we are through 4 here in Cathedral City, inside Yankee Stadium, one of the many ballparks in this softball complex here in the Palm Springs Desert, a beautiful place to get to come to in February. I'll tell you, it's a lot nicer right now than many other parts of the country that are bracing for some snow. So glad these girls get to play in the desert sunshine these couple of days. Lessentine back out on the mound, ready for inning number 5 of work. Sakura Harvell swings for strike number 1. This one is fouled up, and there was plenty of room there for Wark to make the catch in foul territory for out number 1. So Harvell retired for the second time today. The first time was swinging. This time a foul pop, and it's Analia Loomis's turn. She drops a bunt, back to Lessentine, right to the circle. She doesn't have to hardly even move for it. So a quick first and second out there. Dement does a little dance. And Christina Jones gets a shot to keep the inning going. She swings at the first pitch she sees. You got to imagine that is part of the game plan when you are outsized. Swing early, get ahead in the count. Try and put the ball in play and see what happens. There's a strike. 0-2 now on Christina Jones. Limited ABs so far this season, but situational threat. It's her 9th start of this season. She's 2-11. And that one catches the outside part of the plate, and Sydney Lesentine is on fire. She rings up Christina Jones and sits down the Lions 1-2-3. Welcome back inside Yankee Stadium, inside Cathedral City here in Palm Springs. Let's talk about Oakley. Oakley is all about recognizing the standout players who bring energy and excitement to softball. Our products are designed for those who respect the game's traditions while always looking ahead. Come see how Oakley is setting the standard in performance and style at www.oakley.com. I'll tell you, Lindsay Odell is doing a good job of keeping a really talented Texas A&M lineup fairly quiet, all things considered. Ariel Kowalewski, the first batter she's facing here in the 5th inning. She'll be followed by Maya Perez, Talon Edwards, the heart of this Aggies order coming up. Base runners all 4 innings so far. But Odell has worked herself out of some situations, some jams, some traffic on the bases. A double play in the 3rd as Kowalewski fouls it off down the 3rd baseline. Done a good job of limiting the damage. Yes, there have been base runners, but there could have been a lot more runs than just 2. That one misses off the plate. 3-1 the count to Kowalewski. Reached on a fielder's choice and a hit by pitch in her first 2 at-bats of this game. And that one gets her in the helmet. That one just sailed up and in. And always scary when a softball hits a player in the head area. Thank goodness for helmets, and it looked like it caught Ariel's there on kind of the brim. We'll do a little check on her, just given the circumstances, and obviously can be a very scary situation, but she's smiling and we're happy to see that. She looks to be all good. And so they're going to talk to Odell. Of course, she didn't mean to do that. I don't know if they issued her a warning or what. Clearly, in a 2-0 ball game, that is unintentional. So they're going to sit down, at least for now, at least pinch run for Kowalewski. Maybe a precaution. Maybe they want to look at her. Sometimes you can think you're fine, and then a few minutes later you realize maybe I'm not feeling 100%, but hopefully she's okay. Again, good to see her smiling. Maybe this is just a precaution. So pinch runner on for Kowalewski on first after the hit by pitch. Maya Perez swings. Big swing. And a ball in the dirt. Oh, and that one just hangs there, and Maya Perez sees the pitch she wants, and she ropes it right back up the middle of the ball field into center. So another double on the day for Maya Perez. Nice piece of hitting there. She just saw that ball sitting right there. It just right on her sweet spot, right where she likes it. And she sent it right back where it came from. So runners on second and third, nobody out for Tylen Edwards. Big moment in this game where the Aggies can break this thing open. First pitch to Edwards high, ball one. Edwards reached twice in her 2 at-bats, once on a walk, once a single. The 1-0 is in there for strike one, 1-1. And they sent a pinch runner in for Perez there at second, too. They smell the opportunity to add some runs to this lead, this 2-0 lead that they're sitting on. That one's a strike. 2-2 the count now to Edwards. That's Haley Golden on second, pinch running for Perez as Edwards reaches and fouls one off, protecting the plate. That one is high and off the hands, and she just pulls it. And the 2-2. Low and away, ball 3. Count moves full now to Talon Edwards with Michaela Wark on deck. Again, no outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Big moment here as Edwards fouls it back. Odell, some good battles today, hanging in there with this 13th ranked Aggies lineup. A WCC school going up against an SEC school, and Odell loses a bit of control of that one, hangs it high, doesn't drop back into the zone, and that is ball number 4. So the base is now loaded, nobody out for Michaela Wark. Only the 2nd walk of the day for Odell. And Wark swings at the first pitch she sees. And that's going to do a little bit of damage. Brings in a run as the pinch runner for Kowalewski crosses the plate. It is 3-0 Texas A&M. Edwards there on second. And we're going to get a pitching change here, I believe. So this is So Sarah Pinedo is warming up here. She's going to take the ball from Lindsay Odell. Pinedo, the freshman from Orange, California. Pitched a 7-inning shutout against Rutgers earlier in the Mary Nutter. 5 appearances so far in her young freshman campaign, her young collegiate career. All 5 of those appearances were starts. 3-0 with a sub-1 ERA. Back-to-back complete games in her last 2 outings. She did give up 1 run to St. Francis before. One run shy from making a back-to-back shutouts. So a freshman, and already in 5 starts, she has 2 complete games, holding opponents to a 159 batting against, a .78 ERA, and obviously coming into a situation here with nobody out and bases loaded for a loaded Texas A&M lineup. And her first pitch to KK Dement is a little bit high for ball 1. And that one's high and inside, ball 2. Nowhere to put her. Dement reached on an infield hit back in the 2nd, then grounded out to first in the 3rd. Looking to knock in a few runs here with bases loaded, and she sends one high, but foul. She wanted that one, if hands a little bit faster. Good eye by Dement. 3-1. Very tempting in this moment to just swing away. You want to be the hero. You want to be the one who has the big hit. But a walk gets you another run. And she squares up on that one, and that's going to drop into the gap in right center, and they bobble it in the outfield. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and this game broken open. It is 5-0 Texas A&M. A big hit there by KK Dement, a 2-run double, gives her team the 5-0 lead. We talked about the patience, and she waited for it, she waited for it. She held off on some balls that were just out of the zone. Finally, she got her pitch, and the wait paid off. 2 runs, 2 RBIs for KK. As Wark now stands on third, Dement on second, Dee Baldwin. That's not Dee Baldwin. That is Paisley Allen, excuse me. And that one is gonna add to the damage here. Another run scores. It is now 6-0. Texas A&M over LMU. You know, the Lions, they hung in there for 4 innings, and it kind of felt like the Aggies were striking, were threatening, were going to break through, and just got out of some jams each time. And then finally those bats exploded, and they now have a 6-0 lead. And now we're flirting with run rule situations. 8 is the rule. So it is 7-0 Aggies. And coach is having a word here with the umps. Coach talking to some of the girls here on the field. Not exactly sure the situation that's playing out. Still is Sarah Pinedo, who's out there in the circle. Coming in relief of Lindsay Odell, who did a great job pitching through 4, keeping this a close 2-run game until The floodwaters broke. Kennedy Powers looking to put this one away. That one misses off the plate. 2-0 to Powell. The 2-0. On the corner of the plate there, the outside part of the plate. 2-1. Well, it can be humbling for an LMU team to come in here and face the big dogs in A&M. But they should be proud of the fact that they hung in there and kept this game close for as long as they did. And if you are the Aggies, after you just got held to 2 runs by the Cornhuskers, you know it feels good for these bats to break through and say, hey, oh yeah, that's what I'm capable of doing. A confidence-boosting game. As Powell draws the walk, and now we have batted around here in the 5th inning. Coach Tricia Ford has to be happy with what she saw out of her starting pitcher today. Sydney Lessentine pitched a gem. 5 shutout innings. Her last start Thursday versus Oregon also threw 5 innings, gave up 1 run in that game. Only 3 hits, one of them was just a home run. That was that close 2-1 loss. And that one is in there for a strike. Sarah Pinedo trying to really hit those marks while also pitching around. That one misses. So the count now 3-1. The Aggies have batted around here in this 5th inning. 5 runs on the board on top of the 2 runs they scored in the second. They have a 7-0 lead, and this one is popped up. And that is going to do it. So the damage limited at 7 runs, and we are going to head to the 6th inning. So Ariel Kowalewski flies out to end the 5th inning that saw 10 batters battered around in that Aggie order. The good news, she was back at the plate, meaning feeling okay after got hit in the helmet with a pitch, then came out for a pinch runner. And the run rule is lurking with 2 on and a 7-0 lead. The inning ends to send this one to 6th and keep the Lions alive. It's going to be Maya Allen leading us off here in the 6th inning. Slaps that one foul. Both left fielders named Allen, last named Allen in this game. Maya Allen for the Lions. Paisley Allen for the Aggies. That one just kind of lofted there, and it is popped up in foul territory for out number 1. Dement makes the catch, again foul territory. And Avery Francis up in the box for the 3rd time today. Ground out back to Lessentine. Foul pop up to left. Takes that one for a strike. 1-1 the count. And the 1-1 is chopped back to Lessentine. She sends it over to Wark for out number 2. Once again, Lessentine making quick work of this Lions lineup. Six strikeouts on the day for Sydney Lessentine. I was saying it earlier, her coach, Trisha Ford, gonna be proud of this one. The coach known as the pitching guru, 4-time conference coach of the year, was talking with some of us reporters about how tech savvy their pitching staff is, how much they rely on all the data, how much they go back and look at the film. That one is rocked all the way to left, and that one leaves the ballpark. LMU, the Lions, get on the board, and it is Izzy Jamgachian with the solo shot. We talked about it, this team hits for contact, the sole exception being Izzy. And she proved her power there. A bullet to left. leaves the park and leaves the goose egg behind for the Lions. They finally get on the board here in the 6th inning. The Lions have some life, just as I was talking about Sydney Lessentine and her performance here today. So the deficit down to 6 runs as Poole fouls that one off. And it is caught again in foul territory for out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th, coming up here on Flow Sports right after this. Sarah Pinedo and the Lions back on the diamond for a 6th inning of play here. They finally get their team on the board. It was a solo shot off the bat of Izzy Jamgachian. 7-1, Aggies lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, since 2011, USA Preps camps and showcases have provided guaranteed college coach exposure, giving teams and student athletes a direct path to be seen through elite competition and on-field instruction. Visit www.usapreps.com to see the full 2026 event schedule. And that one hits Maya Perez, and that is how we lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The third hit by pitch today between Pinedo and Odell. First for Pinedo. Plunked her, it looked like she turned into it, got her in the back. So once again, the leadoff batter is on base. That has been the case all 6 innings here so far. There's a strike to Talon Edwards. Catches that one in the short part of the bat. It's Walker who runs in to get under it, make the catch, out number 1. So 1 on, 1 away. Michaela Work back to work in the box. Double play and a single already in this game. That one rides inside on the righty. That one rides inside too, but she catches a barrel, sends it in the air. But Francis is under it to make the catch for out number 2. So Maya Perez stays there at first base. KK Dement comes up. Big double for her last inning. Had the big hit to break this thing open. Pinedo deals that one. Just inside, ball 1. Pinedo stuff runs right. So on a righty, that's tough to face. Sounds like some good action happening on some of the other fields around here. It's a late night. 1:06 on the East Coast. 10:06 on the West. And the 2-2 to Dement swung on and chopped foul. And we've got a whole nother day of action coming up tomorrow, day 4 of the Mary Nutter here in Cathedral City. It begins tomorrow. LMU will play the University of Washington, a 21 seed, 21 ranked team in the country. As Dement pops that one up, they're looking for it and able to grab it. Nice job finding it. Didn't have too much hang time, but they glove it for out number 3. 7-1 Aggies as we head to the top of the 7th inning. So a nice job settling down by Sarah Pinedo in her 2nd inning of work. Always hard to inherit a bases loaded, no out situation as she did in the 5th, but when she was starting from scratch, worked herself out of any damage from a leadoff runner after the Maya Perez hit by pitch. 3 straight outs, all of them in the air. And now it is last licks for the Lions. Taylor Walker chops one foul. Sydney Lessentine pitching a gem of a game tonight. Just that one mistake to Izzy Gamgachian. This one is sent back to short, and Dement is not able to glove it, so Taylor Walker reaches first. The leadoff hitter is on here for the Lions in the 7th inning. They've got 3 outs to play with. They got to make up 6 runs. Getting your leadoff man on, always a good start. Justine Lambert now in the box. Takes strike 1. Lambert reached on the error at short, then was caught stealing, then reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Now she sits on a 1-1 count. And this one is hit hard over to third, and Powell goes the short way to get Taylor Walker, the lead runner. So Lambert again reaching on the fielder's choice. Again, 5-4, just like the last one. So I was saying earlier, the Lions tomorrow on the final day of the Mary Nutter, they get the University of Washington, the 21st ranked team in the country, and then they will wrap up this Palm Springs tournament facing Team Japan. First game underway at 11:30 in the morning Pacific time. Second one starts 2 in the afternoon. For the Aggies, they've got 1 game left. And it is a matchup with number 11 UCLA. First pitch in that one set for 1:30 in the afternoon. Both the beauty and the hard part about these tournaments, it is back-to-back-to-back matchups with top-ranked teams. It's the only real opportunity in the season where you get to do it for most teams. It's not that often that you're facing 2 top-seeded, top-ranked teams in one day, let alone back-to-back-to-back in 4 days. As Harvell sends that one in the air, and Edwards gets under it for out number 2. So the Lions down to their final out. Analia Loomis smokes it to third, and Powell, the strength of that arm, sends it all the way over to Wark for the final out of this game. The Lions hung in there until they just couldn't hang in there any longer. It is a 7-1 win for the Aggies, and they're going to go get some rest after a long day of softball for both these teams, and they're going to be back here tomorrow morning, and we hope you will be back here with us. On behalf of our entire Flow Sports production team, I'm Steph Manacero. This has been a presentation of Just Softball and Flow Sports from Cathedral City, California. Stay tuned. We've got lots more softball action coming your way tomorrow, the final day of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. And for more softball, tune into Flow Sports for games across all the big league dreams fields, including Yankee, Fenway, Des Moines, and Pawtucket. Final score in this one, Texas A&M 7, Loyola Marymount 1. Have a good night.